Hiring obviously is a hugely important thing for a startup. You're really marrying the people that you hire. And that's really the way it works out. You spend way more time with them than anyone else. You stare at their face for 20 hours a day. And you expect them to be able to jump in and fill in the gaps, right? So Neil and I ended up building a lot of furniture together in the early days, finding an office, setting up the health plan. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into building a site and a company, irrespective of even actually your product. So going with friends in the very beginning can be a very powerful thing because you can trust them, you can open up to them, you can say, you know, this is actually really hard what I'm going through. You don't have to put on a happy face. Not everyone has that privilege. So I think when you're building out particularly an internet-type site, finding the person that has a combination of both computer skills as well as marketing skills, so that BScs, MS, MSNE degree is actually incredibly valuable because there's someone who can actually help build something and then actually see the big picture while they're building it, doesn't need hand-holding. There's no time for hand-holding in a startup. So sort of who you look for and then how you find them, your investors will not help you find these people. Right? Investors are really, really good at finding VPs and CXOs, but they're not going to help you find a great developer. So you end up just talking to as many networks as you can. Developers are in high demand. And so your networks, I met you through Ferd Vanderbaum, again, through the mentors who know people, young, up-and-coming people. Tina, Tom, see some of the best of the brightest, right? Those are people to talk to as well. Do not use Craigslist. You end up finding the weirdos of the world, which we did. So, yeah. And so really it's going to be through your networks initially because you do have to have that full faith. There are recruiters. Just as an aside, if you are looking for developers, there are definitely recruiters that find PHP developers or Ruby on Rails developers. And I was surprised to find that. I thought that recruiters were really exclusively for executive class. But it is so hard to find good developers, you can actually go through a recruiter. And that's much better than Monster or Craigslist or posting to the alumni list.